Hello everybody, this is Backblast. Here I am again making my version of Chester Zoo. We're in Planet Zoo, of course. Fantastic game by Frontier, which does have some limitations, but pretty much I'm getting a pretty good impression of Chester Zoo right here. I do want to say thank you for letting me use some of the buildings that are in the zoo. At the entrance, the entrance building, this one, and the Warthogs building down here were made by some guys called This Gameware. They have their own website and they YouTube channel, Facebook, all the usual things. They make great things like this, and they also do other game reviews and things. I'll put a link down in the description somewhere, and you can check out what they do. For some reason, I'm a bit laggy today. I've never really suffered from lag with this game, even though we're making these great things. All the other buildings are mine. I've done all the others. I've done the Elephant House and the part way through the Tropical House, the Jaguar building enclosure, whatever it is, whatever you want to call that, and the islands in danger down here, which looks fantastic, and some of them do have the insides done as well. So yeah, there's quite a lot going on into building this park. But what we're doing at the moment, if you saw my last video, we're doing the painted dogs area, which is down at the bottom end of the park down here. You can see that I've roughly mapped out where the enclosure goes to, so these markers are about where it goes. We've started work on the main building. It took ages to build the main building, but we're getting there now. It looks pretty good. We have a walkthrough of it, which we can see. There's going to be a sleeping enclosure for some of the painted dogs on the front. There's a couple of big viewing windows, and there'll be some other bits in. We're just messing about with the roof because the roof is like that. So the other people that I want to make a shout out to are Google Maps. Because Google Maps I've been using to get measurements and just look at the general layout, and also when we're walking through, I'm using Google Maps to sort of get an idea of how the building's set out, what's in it, and that sort of thing, cases, boxes, how things line up with other things like the walls and the roofs and that sort of stuff. So we're using Google Maps quite a bit for that and the overview, and also getting sort of distances to different things, so I know approximately that I've done things about right. Nothing's ever going to be correct in this. It's always going to be my interpretation. I hope Chester Zoo are okay with me doing this. I haven't got any of their permission. I don't make any money from these videos, so at least I'm not profiteering from either Google, This Gameware, or Chester Zoo, or even the other channel that I've been using, which is Zoolex.org. So Zoolex, I think have done some work on building some of the enclosures, and their photographs of the enclosures I've been using again to make sure I've got everything approximately right, and I've got everything right compared to how their vision was when it was first built. So yeah, I'm using all those, and again, I'm not making any money from these videos. I'm not profiteering from somebody else's work, and I am trying to give the shout outs to the people that have done the work. So let's have a see where we're up to. So from the game, we have the main building, and I have the building set out approximately where it should go within my park. The dimensions of the building are about right. Some things don't quite line up or aren't quite exact, but I'm there or thereabouts. I've got the best impression of it that I'm going to get in the short amount of time that I spent on it. I think I'd like to maybe map out the rest of the enclosure so I know where it's going. There's also going to be a little building on the front for animals to sleep in. And I do have a big query. I mean, if anybody knows, let me just show you. I've got a couple of big queries. So the first one is this. Now this is from Zoolex. and it's an overview of the area. Okay, as they saw it in the plans. There's a thing here, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an underground passage or whether it's going from the sleeping den to like a keeper area and a back viewing area, or whether it's more of a fence line or whatever that is. I have no idea what it is. I don't think I can see it from any of the windows. We might be able to answer that question straight away. In fact, look, it's hidden by trees. Look, there is something there. But what is it? Is it a Keeper walkway? Keeper Sutherland? What is it? So it would run across here, but I can't see it for the trees. You can see the fence goes higher over there. There is a building behind there, which is a Keeper building. But I can't see what's round there. That's no good. Let's see if I can see it from the other window. It'd be this window. I can't get close enough to the window. There's a family in the way. In fact, can I see it from outside the exhibit? So where can I see from? There's a window there which looks that way. There's one here which looks that way. I'm not sure I can. I don't think this is going to work. This isn't going to work. No, I can see the back fence, obviously. Or this is the front here. This is the front. I can see the back fence over there. And some random rocks. We wander up. Not past any windows. And again, this viewing area. This gives me a better view of it. Look. Is that the back building? I think that's the back building. I think it's a corrugated building. And it looks to have a slight pitch roof on it. But I don't know what this thing is that runs up. I think it's fencing. I think we've got two different enclosures. Although for the sake of the game, I might have to just make one enclosure. Let's see if there's any more windows further around. I don't think that there are. There aren't that many windows. Hello, ladies. Sorry about that. I'm going to give a shout out to the two ladies that I've just zoomed in on. Cool. Right. So what else? How about map of the area? Right, you can't see anything there. Okay, so what do we build today? I want to get a rough plan of that. I want to get maybe these buildings started, or at least a rough idea of where they're going to be placed. These run right up to the path up here. So much so that when we're here, that is the back of those buildings. That is what they look like. This is the back wall of those buildings. Okay. So they're right up to the fence there. Oh, interesting. That's outside the park. Can't see anything from out there. I'm trying to get an idea of this building that's hidden away in the trees. You can see it on the map there, but I can't see it from anywhere apart from, well, anywhere. I can't see it from anywhere. It is there. I just can't see it. Right, I think what I'm going to do then is we're going to put a building there, but I don't know what it's going to be. Let's see if we can get this bit sorted. So we've got a viewing area there. Oh, there is a glass one. Did I miss that, or is that a different one? And then we've got that. There's obviously a rock there. Let's see if we can do this. Now, if we go back to here. This is where the first one is. We can measure that distance approximately from the entrance of it's not far, is it? So to the centre of the rock, or the far side of the rock, is about 7 meters. So from the centre, from here, barrier, let's go, boom, and you can change this to 7 meters. 7 meters. Now then, which direction did it go? Was it slightly like that? Was it slightly like that? Who knows? I would suggest it's going. It's not quite parallel to the building, is it? The building runs there, and it runs slightly off. But it's 7 meters, so I would suggest it's about, probably about there. And then we're going to have a 4 meter window across that sort of area. Oh no, actually that actually runs quite parallel to where we've just been. And then we're going to go down there. That runs almost level with the building. So the next window's there. So from the end of that window, approximately there, so the start of the next window is 23.39. And that is going to be about nine meters from the road. So 23 from there and 9 meters from the road. So 9 meters from the road is going to be, we can do that nice and easy. That's 9 meters from the road. Doesn't matter where you go, that's 9 meters. You imagine a line. So 23 from there will be 20. One, 3. Try and get this in a straight line. I'm not quite lined up with those two, am I? It needs to come in just a little bit more. Go there, do that. That's it. That's where that is. Get rid of that. Oh, which one have I got rid of then? Not that it matters. Oh. Right, so that'll be the start of the window, and again the end of the window is about there, and that's only about, it can't be about 7 meters, it's got to be about 8 meters, 7.6 it's saying. So another barrier would be That's about right. It is facing that way. So that's going to be the glass one there. Can I make that glass now, please? Right, and can I make that one glass as well? Because that's where the glass bits are going to go. So that's to that window. However, where does the rest of it go? Because it's hidden in the trees. It's difficult. I can see that glass panel. I can't see what else is here. So let's go back to the plans, because it looks like there's another one here, which is really difficult to see. There's two rocks on it. Go back to there. Are they in here? They've got to be in there somewhere. It's got to be there. So I reckon that we're looking at about 8 meters, and it's about 8 meters from the wall. So let's do another one. So we're going to go from about here, and we're about 8 meters in. And again, let's do that. Do that. Just to give me 8 meters, and then it's going to be 8 meters from there. No, come out, come out. I don't want you connecting to that. Get rid of that. 8 meters. We don't want that. That's what we want. So it needs to be that far out, but that far away from the wall. And then we're going to put another glass, 4 meter. And which angle does this go at? It actually comes in a little bit more. So we're going to go that sort of angle. And then we're going to go back to null. Get rid of that. That actually comes straight back down here, doesn't it? To the edge of the exhibit. So that goes. It actually goes like that. Right, now I'm calling the edge of the exhibit at the far end of those buildings. Alright, there's a line runs there, we've got buildings here. It's about the far end of those buildings. So if you look on Google Maps, we can see the wall there. Let's clear those distances from the corner of this building. It's difficult to tell because it's got a diagonal corner. It's saying about 30 meters. So the fence line is about 30 meters, and actually to the far end of those buildings. So 30 meters from here. So we want 2 15s, don't we? 2 15s just straight towards here. I have no room for anything behind that. Approximately there will be the back end of the buildings with just enough room for a path. So there is going to be a pathway running along there which will be for staff only. Gives me an approximation. The buildings as well are going to be now, bearing in mind that that pathway is further away than it was than it is up here, because it kinks and it doesn't in my it kinks here. So it comes down at one angle here, and then there's a different angle here. So it kinks there to go in a slightly different direction. That's about 48 meters. .46 meters, about 45 meters, something like that. It'll actually be closer with me. It's probably about 42 meters, and that sort of lines up with that, doesn't it? Right, so that is not in line anyway. Lined it up with the outside edge. Right, see if I can get a 46 meter thing in here. So 20, 40. Now I actually reckoned that because of my path, it's probably more about 42. I think we're about right where that is, you know. I think that'll do. I think for the sake of what I'm trying to do here, I think that's about right. Can I just move you up a little bit? Yeah, about there. We'll call it about there. And it's corrugated, this building, so let's start making a corrugated building. We've got corrugated. We've got plaster, but not plastic. What else have I got? Breeze blocks, brick walls, concrete walls, stone, glass, 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 glass. Horrible stuff. Limestone. Logs, metal clad. No, don't look right to me. Metal plank looks better. It's going to be metal plank. Based on what I can find out about the building, which is very little. Am I lined up with this? I am lined up with this. Okay. Right. It's about where the building's going to be. Let's measure the building. So lengthwise, we're at 13.5. What a strange measurement you are. — 13.5 by 5.3. You don't make it easy, do you? 13.5 by 5.3. 4, 8, 12. It would be 4. No, okay. That's about it. There, that's it. What did I say? That was, we've done 12 there, aren't we? So that's 4, 8, 12. So we only want like 1.5 meters here. So again, it needs to be about there. No, about there. That's it. That's it. Right, that's the size of the building. So just for now, I'm just going to make it square. nightmare to put a roof on, but hey ho, it's all the fun of the fair. Right, that's about the building size. There we go. And again, the fence should be easier now to just continue with. I don't know what we're going to make the fence out of. Let's just get it approximately built. It does seem to come to there. It does seem to stop, and again on the map it seems to stop and come round the outside of it. There is an entrance there though. You see the little doorway? So if we bring it out and then to there, maybe. I don't quite know what. Is anyone from Chester Zoo watching? Please let me know what it is that runs across here. It goes something like that, doesn't it? And then we can stop using that. We've got it about built there, haven't we? We're not far off. We're not far off at all. There we go. We're starting to see a shape. So the other thing we can do around here is maybe build the wall. Let's just hit a barrier. So we can build from here, and we can just put null in here. All we're going to do is this. No, what are you doing? Why did you do that? I didn't do that. Why did you do that? Stop it! I didn't want you to do that, did I? Move. You need to have these slightly inside the walls so the animals can't. Weren't you supposed to be glass? So the animals can't accidentally walk right up to the building and have the game think that they've walked through the barrier. It's going to get a bit more tricky here because we're going to try and put a glass barrier in. In fact, what we can do is just do that. Let's just do that and then do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to change this one to glass. Thank you. And then we can move this so that it goes in here. And then this one so it goes over here. And we'll make them taller later. Although, I don't think they need to be taller over there. They are quite low windows. I think this one can go right up there. Right, and I don't quite know what's going on with these, but I think what we're doing is we're going to make this. Yeah, this is going to be a glass panel, isn't it? Like that, and then across here. There for now, and then you can be glass. You can come up here to the same height as that, and then you can also be glass and come up here. Beautiful. We now have glass windows. We've just run through the building. Boom, there we are, glass windows. Beautiful. Starting to get somewhere now. Starting to get somewhere. Cool beans. Nobody knows what this looks like. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Right. What else do I need to do then? I've got, again, rough outline of the enclosure size. So we're going to go all the way up to there. So if I've got this building in, and that's about right to size, then we can see it comes out and then goes off a little bit up here. So we should be able to measure roughly where that is. That's in line approximately. If we look at the line down there, we can imagine a straight line down towards here somewhere. We can imagine it, we can't see it. What we could do actually is approximately, it's difficult to tell where the edge of the building is. It really is. I mean, I can't get close enough to see it, and the only thing that I've got that anything like a map isn't clear enough for me. Anyway, I do know that that's going to be the furthest point of the exhibit, which on the maps is sort of this bit here, these trees. So what I need is a path that runs like that around the back there. So we should be able to get that done pretty easily. Okay, so that is going to run along that sort of area. And what is there? That's that bit, isn't it? So at that point, that needs to become a public path. And I think up here we're talking about asphalt, aren't we? This certainly is. We can check. I think we've had an update on Google Maps and it's gone a bit strange, but right, there we go. So yeah, that's asphalt there up to our secret gate. Secret gate just there. So that's the staff bit that runs down there, and this bit isn't quite asphalt, is it? It's kind of a stone. But have I got a stone? No, we haven't got a stone. We've got asphalt, which I don't really want. Log, tree bark, boards, herringbone, block path, rustic path. Maybe. Excuse me. Maybe a rustic path. Maybe that's what we're going to be working with over here. Certainly we need asphalt, don't we? Can we put a little bit of asphalt in there just to build that road? Right, so what happens with this path? It comes out, and then what does it do? How does it get